and sports are all the way back. They're all the way back. It was so fucking good this weekend. I got the 3 TVs set up again. I fired them all up to have something on all 3. NBA, MLB, hockey, horse racing. Fuck yes, guys.
It was tough. It was actually a little bit tough on like Thursday, Friday night because I'm making the transition to a new cable system in my apartment right now. So I don't have my back button ready to go. I don't have the channels all set up in the back of my mind. So it was preseason for sports viewers too. But it was awesome, especially Friday night, especially Saturday night, especially Sunday during the day when golf got in the mix. It was sports all the way being back, and it felt really, really good.
It's crazy to think of a time when we didn't have sports, but we are seemingly in the clear, and I say seemingly just because we don't know what's going to happen with baseball. I feel like every single team has had positives, actually, except for the Cubs. Shout out the Cubs. They should probably win it. If the Cubs are the only team that don't get a corona positive, do they win the title?
Yeah, but Chris Bryant self-reported, so it's kind of.
He had a tummy ache.
Chris Bryant has diarrhea.
Yeah, he had a tummy ache. He's smart.
It's actually very, very smart on his part to just call it diarrhea. Nobody will ever ask you a follow-up.
You think he just didn't want to explain? Didn't want to play and was like, I think I might have corona.
No, well,
he gave himself a pinstripe.
In all seriousness, like Rob Manfred being like, I'm going to threaten you guys. If you don't start following the rules, we're going to cancel the league. Is Rob Manfred... Does he realize he's the commissioner? He's the one who can help. Like, he could maybe put in place a rule that if you get caught doing something that puts everyone else in jeopardy, you can be suspended for the rest of the year. Like, the Cubs don't have a positive, and I think it is because Anthony Rizzo and John Lester are cancer survivors, so they're taking extra precaution, but they're showing that you're able to do it by being extra precautious and not being fucking idiots, and I just don't understand why Rob Manfred, like, his statement on Friday where he threatened everyone like, hey, if you don't start following the rules, we're canceling this shit. It's like, dude, you are the commissioner.
Yo, he said that the players need to do a better job. He's like,
you're the commissioner.
The players need to do a better job. You know what, Rob Manfred? I don't recall you ever saying to cancel jersey exchanges after games. Maybe that's a good step you could take. Maybe ban or only do divisional play like college football. That seems to work for them so far.
Well, we're kind of doing that.
Yeah.
It's geographical.
Yes. Staying geographical with it. Maybe get involved in some of the text threads that they've got going on where you're giving the players the power where they decide whether or not they want to play that day. These are all just like things that a commissioner should be taking care of. And in American sports, you really only have to be slightly better than the hockey commissioner. As long as you can stay,
he's not doing it.
As long as you can stay like slightly less problematic than the commissioner of the NHL, then your job is safe. Rob Manfred has put himself in the crosshairs big time.
He just has to. Rob Manfred has to go to bed every single night. He like right in his nightstand. He pulls out his Roger Goodell voodoo doll and starts poking it with pins, being like, "Please fuck this up, Goodell. Please fuck this up. Because if you fuck this up, no one will give a shit. No one will care that I have been an absolute debacle with handling Major League Baseball coming back."
Well, you know how when you're playing golf and somebody hits their shot and
we often do,
you get to see their lie, right?
Yeah.
I've seen it on television.
Yes,
I think Hank brought it up when we were playing Mario Party or something like that.
Yes.
But you get to see the lie.
Should we play some Mario Party after this, by the way?
I'm down. Maybe 35 turns.
Mm-hmm. Okay, keep
four
going.
I'll spot you 4 stars.
Sorry, we should just go live.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, you get to see somebody's lie. You get to see what the putt's going to look like when you hit it. That is exactly what's happening right now for Roger Goodell with baseball, because the NFL model right now is essentially baseball's model. You start out with a training camp. You start out with something that's more controlled, where you can kind of monitor the comings and goings of the players and the coaches. And then once the season starts, you're kind of just left up to the best devices of your coach and your captains, and there's no real rules. There's no bubble. Right now, the NFL is getting a prime example of what happens when you don't have a system in place. And so Goodell, if he's smart, he should be looking at this putt that is drifting wide to the right, and he should take his line accordingly and be like, hey, maybe we should have some sort of regulation.
The one thing that I think the NFL still has going for it is that pretty much everyone...
kicks ass.
No, I was going to say that pretty much every single player is just going to lie when they have coronavirus. I think there will be a whole team that's sick, and we just won't know about it.
Well, if Schiano was still in the league.
It's in the culture of the NFL to be like, no, we're good. I don't have coronavirus. Let me play.
It's going to be the Raiders, because John Gruden already said that he wants to smash the COVID virus into the ground.
Right.
So, and I honestly believe that John Gruden could defeat the coronavirus.
It's mental.
Either
way, MLB for now. for now, MLB is back, but it was great. Basketball, I'm going to give all the credit in the world to basketball because the games, like with no fans, they've made it as good as possible.
Yeah, it's
they
pretty
really
awesome.
have. The atmosphere is cool. The fans, the digital fans are a little weird, but it's still nice to visually see that like something is going on in the background that's not just a completely empty gym. And the whole thing, they've done a great job.
The
It
games
feels
are
like
good.
it like really feels like good games and fun. And I'm thinking about the playoffs, and it's gonna be exciting and it's gonna be super interesting. And guess what? They're in a bubble, so we aren't worried about it like baseball, where we're like, hey, let's enjoy baseball for a couple days because it might be taken away from us at any moment.
The piped-in crowd noise is pretty cool. I really want to be in charge of controlling the boos. I love when the boos kick in. Like,
Yep.
there's some guy who's like, okay, yeah, we need to boo this call. And you know that the refs are pissed off. You know that Joey Crawford would eject a digital fan if he was still in the league, and that would be amazing to watch. My only qualm with a digital fan is, for some reason, they don't make every seat filled with the fans. Like, they're like 1 out of every 5 seats just doesn't have a digital fan. And
Right.
you're like, you could just, you know that you don't have to have that seat empty right there.
Right.
They don't need to social distance. They're not actually in the stands.
My only issue with the way the NBA is going is they really need to figure out a way to limit the amount of oxygen that goes in when the Nuggets have a home game. I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
To have one thing be like, hey, that's similar to playing on the road in Denver.
Or at least put Jack Nicholson in the front and center at the Lakers games. That'd be pretty cool.
Or the Lakers guy.
Have Drake be at every single game wearing a different jersey. That'd be sick too.
But it really has, like, when you're watching these NBA games, it doesn't, for as weird as this year has been and as weird as sports have been, it really is as like close to the real thing as you can get.
I thought that EPL soccer did a pretty good job too. With the chants and everything like that.
Yeah. I'm talking about American sports.
Yeah, American
here, dude.
real
Come on,
sports.
Stay on
and that was
track.
talking soccer.
Stay on track.
They should, you know what they should do? Let's just like dive in all the way when it comes to digital enhancements, and let's give some more hair to Alex Caruso. Mm-hmm. Or just shave it bald, Alex. Either way.
Dude, Alex Caruso, there was did you guys see the funny meme of J.R. Smith like looking very quizzically at the back of Caruso's jersey, being like, I thought his last name was Caruso.
Yeah.
Because that part does get a little confusing when everyone's, obviously they have different messages on the back of their jerseys.
Yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure Kawhi, which is so Kawhi, he's like, no,
He's just Leonard.
Kawhi. Yeah, I'm Leonard.
He's Leonard.
Nah.
The Clippers are weird because the Clippers have like 5 or 6 players that have the messages at the top, and then if you
on
kept
the
your real
bottom,
name,
yes.
it's at the bottom.
Yes.
You get the tramp stamp with your last name on it on the small of your
I
back.
just love the Kawhi. And there was even a clip of Kawhi getting fucked with by one of the Morris twins, and he's just still not having any of it.
It's pretty fucked up that the robot fans aren't all cheering for Kawhi.
Yes.
Come on, traitors.
Yes. And then hockey was great, too.
Yeah.
Hockey was great. Hockey ended racism as well. Mm-hmm. That big sign,
how?
it just said end racism.
Oh, I thought they just
No, it just said end racism to start. And I was like, damn, that's a good idea.
Like on the ice?
Like, why didn't we think of that?
Oh, like on the ice.
No, it was just a big banner to start every game. It just said end racism. I was like, got a point.
It'd be pretty
we should
sick.
probably cut that shit out.
It'd be pretty sick if hockey just like hired some goon, like a Cam Neely looking dude to skate out onto the ice before every game wearing a jersey that just said racism on the back, and then just get the shit kicked out of him by one of the enforcers.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking sweet.
Yeah, it'd be like the Vegas Knights, pregame whole when they have the EDM concert. But yeah, hockey was great. It was great. Like, that was another one where they've done a really good job. It feels, obviously nothing's going to feel like playoff hockey without the crowds, but it's as close as it can get.